What's up, Manhattan Tri Club? We're back again. We're a couple different locations tonight. We'll talk about kind of cool stuff going on. We're going to do a race recap from the Baldwin Lake Triathlon, which was a lot of fun, and we got some really cool superstar athlete news from coming out of that race. April and Grace are with me tonight. Bridget is fly fishing or some kind of fishing and dodging mosquitoes up in Canada right now.
Yeah, and swimming with leeches.
And leeches and snakes and mosquitoes the size of birds.
Yes.
But April, Grace, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you, Chad?
I'm good. I'm sore from the weekend and some of the shenanigans and activities that we had going on last weekend. We're going to talk about, but
yeah,
cool. Right now I'm up in Madison, Wisconsin, where we're recording. I'm the only one here doing a C26 triathlon camp. Today's the first day, and we had a meet and greet dinner, kind of cool stuff. Got to meet some of the people, got to meet the two coaches, and I've shared podcasts with you guys a lot with the C26 guys, and it was really cool to meet them in person and talk a little bit. They were jealous that we got to interview Brenton Ford and Taz. So we talked about that.
Nice.
Robbie's trying out a pair of the effortless swim goggles tomorrow. He was talking about them. I said, I actually have an extra pair. So I gave him a pair of goggles to try. So I know I'm a believer, but yeah, so it's cool. We're going to have some crappy weather. It's supposed to rain Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to kind of put a kink in some of the activities, but we're going to still swim and bike tomorrow, and it should mostly go off as planned. But I'm excited to get some coaching from people who haven't seen me swim before and get some pointers and see what I can improve. So yeah, I got high hopes that I'll be a 1 hour marathon or 1 hour Ironman swimmer after this weekend. What do you think?
A professional by the time you leave, right? Elite level.
Yep.
Yes. So your training, though, this weekend for the camp is on the Madison course, right?
Yeah, it's on Ironman Wisconsin course. The swim tomorrow actually is at the race swim start for both the 70.3 and the full. So the buoys aren't obviously out, but these guys know. I don't know if they're setting up their own buoys or if you just use the shore as a guideline. But so you swim the swim course. And then the run course is right out of T1. T1 and T2 are the same off of the helix, and so you really get a good race simulation of how you come in and out of the water, how you get on and off the bike, how you get on and off your feet, and so we'll see. And it's funny that we have to ask people that are you okay riding in the rain on race day? You don't have a choice, so you got to be okay with riding in the rain. It's kind of how I thought, but.
It's like race day. So are the people doing the camp, are a lot of them racing Madison then? Or they just, is it a mix of like for fun and prep?
All the ones that I talked to, we were at two separate tables because there's probably 20 people. And I'll know names by the time the weekend's over. I can't remember most of the names yet. But there was one young lady who she did her first ever triathlon about a month or two ago in Boulder, Colorado, 70.3, and she's doing the full distance in September with us.
Nice.
She drove in from Denver.
Okay.
Yeah, drove in. There's a couple of people that came in from Tennessee that I were talking to, Knoxville. So I got to boohoo them about Sean going to UK and Kentucky, hates Tennessee, and so we were giving each other some of that. What else? There's a couple Chicago folks. There was a guy from like Glenview, somebody from St. Charles, somebody from Glendale Heights. So yeah, there's a whole smattering of people coming in. A couple people from Minneapolis that I was talking to. So yeah, it's a cool, real laid back environment, and I look forward to just meeting new people and hanging. I obviously, my sarcasm and mouth, I was already, finding the guys that are picking on and getting picked on and jumping right in. So
that's awesome.
It was funny. There's one guy, I'll be quick with the story, but there's one guy he came up to me at the end, started talking, and they were just giving it to him all through dinner, and he was giving it right back. It was pretty funny, and they asked him about if he was okay with riding in the rain. They were teasing him, and then they said, uh, "You're not wearing your aero helmet tomorrow, right?" And he's like, "Well, I only have an aero helmet," and I'm like, whew, I am so glad I brought both of my helmets because I don't have to wear the aero helmet now.
Noted.
so I won't be the wiener driving around with my aero helmet. So yeah, it was pretty funny. And so yeah, triathletes are a different breed. We all kind of can seek each other out, and we all fit in together. So it was pretty cool, pretty natural. So we'll
That's
have to
awesome.
do this. We'll have to do this as a group event.
I'm super excited to hear all of the recon you have when you come back.
Yeah, apparently there's a hill. I forget the name that they called it. There's a giant hill that you go up. That's a pretty steep grade and pretty long stretch. I can't wait to get on it. But apparently you're hitting in the 45 to 50 mile an hour range going down the hill.
I heard that from someone and I did not believe them. I was like, yeah. 40 and 50 miles per hour. You're exaggerating. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The fastest I've gone on a bike was 46. And that was in Chattanooga. There was a hill that I got down to 40, or I got up to 46. It's terrifying.
Yeah. Will they let me wear elbow pads like I asked for the gravel bike?
But you are not allowed. You are not allowed. A little foreshadowing here. You're not allowed to ride Grace's bike though, going that fast.
Yes. No, one little, and I'm gone.
Yeah. So yeah, so next time we meet and talk, I'll have a weekend report on how this camp goes, and just some good guys. And for anybody I've been listening to the C26 podcast for a long time, since I started in triathlon, and they always have good content. They're very practical, sometimes sarcastic, just like us, but they're all coaches, and we're not coaches. And anybody that's looking for coaching, I'd encourage you to look at their website and look at what their services are, because they're pretty hands-on. They put the workouts in, tell their athletes what to do. There's regular communication with the athletes, and I'll consider it for myself. But once I get healthier, I don't need a coach while I'm injured right now, I don't think. So, but.
So do these guys that live in Illinois? My last question about them.
No, the head guy, his name is Robbie Bruce, and he's younger than I thought. I bet you he's probably your age or younger.
Hope he takes that as a compliment.
I think he should. He's been doing this for 20 plus years, so I just assumed that he was closer to my age, but he's probably closer to your age, April.
Okay.
And
very young.
Yeah, very young. And he lives in Overland, Kansas.
Okay.
Now near Kansas City. And the other coach, his name is Mike Tiroli, who I briefly met. I want to talk to him because I like listening to him too. I think he lives somewhere up near Milwaukee.
Nice. Okay.
They used to live near each other in Nashville, and that's how they met, I think. And that's how they started. They've been doing their podcast for 9 years. They've got like almost 1,000 episodes of their podcast. They go twice a week religiously.
That's crazy. You're going to have to ask for some podcast coaching tips too from them.
Yes. I shared with them, and he was a little jealous. He's like, that's really cool. I told him about Brenton Ford and Tasman coming on our show, and just how easy that was. They were like, yeah, sure, we'll come on, no problem. And they were like, talking to them on the podcast was like listening to them on their YouTube channel. But they're that laid back, that cool. And Robbie asked if he was saying, I want to try out those new goggles, those new effortless swimming goggles. I'm like, well, I just happen to have a pair that's not open yet. You're more than welcome to try.
Yeah.
So those Flex ones, actually the ones that you didn't really like, April, they were leaky on you, I think, a little bit.
Yeah. I just wish they came in different sizes. Apparently my eyes are too close together. So
yeah.
It's me. It's not the goggles. They feel awesome. It's definitely my face.
Yeah. So, Yeah, so they're kind of all over. They've got I looked at their website. They've got quite a few coaches. I bet you they got 10 or 12 coaches across the country.
That's cool.
Um, so yeah,
That's really cool. I
so
just
I'll
assumed it
give
was
you
just
the
them two. That's awesome.
yeah, I'll give you the full report. I think a couple of the guys that I was talking to are actually coaches. They're coached by Robbie, but they're also coaches to other people. So
Mm,
I think that's how Mike got started. Mike was coached by Robbie and then just got into it, and now they're full time coaches.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's our goal, to be full time triathletes, coaches, just something in triathlon so we don't have to work anymore.
Yeah, in the athlete
Yeah.
world.
Yep.
Yes.
So cool. So what's new with you guys? How's your
Should we
training going?
should
No,
we
we're gonna, no, that's the hook at the end.
Okay.
How's your
Um
training going?
I'm not for those of you on YouTube, can you see this? Can you see this huge lump on my
Yeah.
chest?
What is
Oh,
that?
I had a whole huge, I think it was a bee, but I was bicycling and I had on like a tank that wasn't like a bike shirt. And I'll never ride without a fitted shirt anymore because a freaking huge ass bug flew down my shirt and stung me. So now I have this huge like third eye on my chest. I
Glad
think it
that's
was a
so
bee.
good,
I don't know
'cause
what
I
it
thought
was.
it was a tumor. I was like, oh,
No, that's in my ribs. I do have a tumor in my ribs, but no, that like I don't. And then I was so afraid I was like traveling with it that I'm like, my handlebars are shaking on there as I'm like trying to look down my shirt yesterday, going downhill. It was great.
lovely.
I know, right? So that's how my training's going.
How did the new shifter work? We did a little retrofit, put a new shifter. Did it work
Well,
okay?
I still haven't ridden my bike because I was going to ride it last weekend and then I didn't get to.
Well, what did you ride today when you got stung by a bee?
That was yesterday. I rode the gravel bike because
Oh,
I have found a route. The traffic is getting crazy by my house, and I found
yeah.
a route that's like limestone gravel that is a trail versus on the roads that I can leave my house and go on. So I've been taking the gravel bike. Thanks, Brett.
Nice.
Thank you, Brett. Does
Yeah,
he know I
tell
have
Brett-
his bike yet? Thanks, Brett.
yeah, yeah.
Does-
both of our bikes are like taking up residence in April's kitchen.
Yeah.
Does Brett know that he's not getting his bike back?
No, I don't think Brett cares. I don't even know if Brett knows his bike is gone. So
Brett still has like the manufacturer stickers on his bike.
Yeah.
That says like, read the manual before you bike.
That's funny. Well, yeah, definitely wear fitted clothing when you're biking.
Yeah. Lesson learned for sure.
And people make fun of us for the fitted clothing. My neighbors all make fun of. I get every time I go out. My neighbor across the street, Tim, he's kind of a jackass. Takes a picture of me in my cycle outfit and sends it to the group chat.
He's like, look at this. It does look dorky. There's
does.
there's no way to look cool in a bike kit or a tri kit. Like that's why I like swimsuits because they're like, you can get a little flashy. Like if they were more like leotards and like sparkly, then it would be better. Like how do we get the gymnast like leotard manufacturers to like sync up with the tri kit people?
Yeah.
Rhinestones, you know?
Yeah, it's something we need to work on. I don't think I'm wearing rhinestones, but
Well, I wonder if we can get like like GK, our gymnastics manufacturer, could make a tri kit. We'll get them to do our custom kits next year.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. We got to find I'll have Linda. She's got to tell me where she got the ones she had made for me. I'm rocking all kinds of Manhattan Tri Club tri kits that Linda ordered for us when she found out our stuff wasn't going to be here for the race. So I like the one. The colors are awesome, and
yeah, that bright one. I like that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Grace, how's your training going?
Okay. I actually finally this week feel good running, and I have not been. So, but it's probably because my training is way pulled back, and I'm just this week started training for the Naperville Half Marathon.
So we're now training, not detraining.
I got the first post Rockford productive notice from Garmin today.
Let's go.
And it was very slow, easy run. So I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Nice.
Yeah. But it is nice not to be training like you guys are training right now. It's nice to take a step.
Yeah, I wish I was training the way I should be training. This is frustrating.
I'm sure.
So we can
Why
go.
did
We'll
you
go.
tell
We'll go
everybody
into
what?
the self-inflicted part of that
Yeah,
at the
I
end
was.
of the
Why
next
did you
story.
tell
But
everybody why?
I know, right? How's your hamstring, Grace? Is that little twinge gone?
Better.
Yeah?
It is. I went to Val yesterday, but yeah, it is better.
Nice.
And as long as I wear my compression sleeves, so I was having hamstring problems at the top of my knee and at the bottom of my knee where like the insertion is. And long as I wear my compression sleeves lately, it's been all good.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
well, speaking of Val, I saw Val on Wednesday, and on Monday we got some kind of happy sad news that Chuck is leaving us as our coach for Masters, or one of the two coaches, Val and Chuck. But the good news is Chuck retired last year, and that him and his wife bought a place in Florida, so they're going to spend their winters in Florida and summers back here. So he'll still swim with us, but he's just not going to coach us anymore.
Yeah, that's going to be
Yeah,
sad.
that-
Yeah.
Because Val's stupid ass kicking workouts are going to take over now.
And there's lots of strokes too. Yep. Yeah. So we'll miss Chuck a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, we got some active doggos going on in the background.
I'm a single parent tonight because Brett's working, Gabe's working, so I've got the doggos and the crippled daughter all alone.
Ooh,
Nice.
I'll have to tell, my son is over there today. So Grace's husband works at a concert venue,
Oh, yeah.
and my middle son is going there. Good Charlotte is there tonight.
Cool.
Yeah. Good Charlotte and
That was
Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah. I'm like,
I like
please
it.
stay away from the mosh pits. Don't, like, if
Yeah.
anything starts swirling, like, back up, like tornado
Right.
warning.
Sean and I love Avenged Sevenfold. They opened up for Metallica 2 years ago when we saw them at Soldier Field. They were one of the openers for Metallica.
Yeah. So they should have fun tonight. And it's really nice
Yeah.
outside tonight. So that'll be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
bought a completely random thought because of the concert stuff. I just bought, my wife and I like Steve Winwood, and he's coming to Tinley Park in September, and I just bought us tickets for Steve Winwood.
Right.
You want to know what I'm going to go see in Tinley? Kesha.
Jeez.
I'm going to see Pitbull.
Pitbull. Nice.
Yeah. I
Anywhere,
go see that.
anywhere we can wear glitter, like dress up, I'm like, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'm going for the vibes, not the music. I heard her music is really
Same.
terrible in concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I like Pitbull's music. It's very fun, very
I do
jumpy.
too. Yeah, I'll just stand.
Well, if I would have known Public Enemy was opening for Guns N' Roses, I would have gone to that.
Oh my God, I heard, because a lot of my friends went, I heard he was absolutely horrible.
Oh,
Gosh.
he's terrible.
Awesome, but horrible. And I don't love Guns N' Roses. There's a couple songs I like. I just thought it would be fun, nostalgic. And it would have been fun, but yeah, he was brutal, I guess.
Well, everybody knows what a Van Halen fan I am, evidenced by body markings. Eddie Van Halen, greatest guitarist ever, in my opinion. And I'm more of a Sammy Hagar fan versus David Lee Roth. And David Lee Roth is out touring right now, and I've seen his stuff. It is awful, absolutely awful. They just announced that he canceled all the rest of his shows except for Sturgis. And the only reason he didn't cancel Sturgis, they canceled them because they low ticket sales, but Sturgis is a captive audience. They're all going to be there anyway. So they're like, we might as well do Sturgis, but I like some of the old David Lee Roth Van Halen stuff, but him trying to do it now, it's terrible. So,
That's unfortunate. Well, we
Anyway,
really went down a rabbit hole there.
yeah, that has nothing to do with triathlon
No.
other than putting your AirPods in and listening to Kesha
Yeah.
and Public Enemy.
I've never put her in my headphones, but we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
So we did the Baldwin Lake Triathlon last weekend, and I would like to start by saying that this is the best team ever, and we definitely earned this one as a team for sure.
Yeah.
So maybe we should even rotate that charcuterie board.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, there you go. So the day started out. We all got there in the morning and got into transition, got it checked in. Everything was fine. And it's a small triathlon. There was I think there
Wait.
was.
Wait, Chad, time out. Before we
Yeah.
even got there, who called us?
Oh,
Oh.
let's start. We can start there. All right.
Start from the car.
So there's now that we're all fully aware there are 2 Baldwin Lakes in Michigan.
Yes.
And so Dan Barr, bless his heart, signed up for the race and he was excited. He texted me about 3 days before. He's like, dude, the knee's bothering me. I think I'm going to bail. I don't want to push it. I'm training for Worlds. No problem. I get it. It's a small training triathlon. Day before I get a text. F it. I'm coming. Can you pick up my bib? All right, done. So I drive up there Friday night, pick up everybody's bibs. Saturday morning, we get there. We're probably 10, 15 minutes away from the race. And we're all in my car, Grace and April and me. Phone rings, Stan Barr. I'm like, he must be there already in my head. And he's like, hey, so I'm here and there's nobody here yet. Maybe they're just not set up. Or maybe I'm in the wrong spot. I'm like, well, where are you? He said, well, I'm at the beach. And I'm like, I don't recall ever seeing a beach at this lake. I'm like, all right, stay tight. Let us get there and I'll drop a pin where we're at. So fast forward a little bit. April's doing her thing on the phone and she finds the address for the race start, takes my phone, drops the pin, sends it to Dan. He calls back immediately. He's like, well, I'm at Baldwin Lake up near Grand Rapids and
100
I'm
miles
about
away.
100 miles away from you guys. And we're like, oh, Dan. So we all felt terrible for him.
Yeah.
So fast forward to the end of our story. I start the run, come out of T2, and right out of T2, this car's coming at me, and there's not many cars. They let cars through, but it's not like a high traffic area. And it's Dan, and he says, I'm going to have to tackle you because you're not supposed to be running. So he drove all the way down from Grand Rapids to Union, Michigan, which is on the Indiana by South Bend, drove all the way down, and he got to us by the time we got out of T2.
Yeah.
And you guys saw him on your run because you were a little bit ahead of me. And so Dan's awesome. It sucks that he didn't get the race, but maybe it was a blessing. Maybe his knee wasn't ready for him to race.
Yep.
Unlike some people that shouldn't have probably.
It was hallucinating though, because I'm running past and this guy in a car is like waving at me, and I was like, I think that's Stan Barr. Like,
I don't know anybody here.
I thought he was going home.
Yeah. So then we parked. We got the bikes in transition. And first thing I do is I go check everybody's tires. And I check my tires, check April's tires, check Grace's tires, everything checked out.
The first thing I do is go to the bathroom.
Yep. So, and she wasn't there when I checked the tires. So
We didn't have
I
No.
had to go park like, I don't know, half a mile away. So I went to park and I'm walking back and I get back into transition. I'm doing my thing, get my wetsuit on. And I go out for a practice swim. And I swam I did 400 yards. And that's my secret sauce, by the way. I need a 400 to 500 yard warm up before these races. And I got to figure that out because I felt fine in the swim after I was warm. I think this starting from cold is not good for me because 1, I suck. And 2, I need to be warm. So, and I get done with my practice swim and they're doing the athlete briefing, talking to everybody about, how to swim. And I knew all that because I did it last year. And we got to walk down this long ass pier to get out to the swim start because you start in the water, mass start. So I come walking in, I get up on the dock and I'm walking. It's probably a 200-foot long dock, right? And Grace is at the end going, Chad, get over here. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? So get up there. April's.
And Chad had 2 minutes to start.
Not even 2 minutes to start. No, they were like, men, get in the water. All the men's racers get in the water.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Chad had checked our tires because I was in the bathroom. And I was like, oh, Chad didn't check all of our tires. I don't want to ask him to do it. I'm more than capable. And so I was squeezing my tires. And the front one, I was like, oh, that one feels a little squishy. I'll just put a little pump of air in it. I went and connected it to the stem. Immediately, all the air came out of it. And I was like, oh no, what do I do? Total flat tire. I tried to keep pumping it up. Mary tried to hook it up for me. I think everybody touched the tire, and I was like, I'm standing there. The thing's not even connected anymore, and I'm still like pumping the thing because I'm just hoping air is going into it, and nothing is happening. And so like, I was like, Grace, go grab Chad, and she's like, Chad. I'm like, why is no one sprinting? Everybody sprint. This is a 911. So Chad gets back over there. He looks at it for a second, but then they're like, all the men get in the water. So we're like, go, Chad, please leave. And then
So I
go ahead.
No, you finish.
And then Mary and Grace were like the nicest. They were like, you can take my bike. I'll sacrifice. I'll put in as tribute. So Grace was like, if my bike is not here when I come back, I will be not upset.
Yeah, which means
I knew April could win this one. And I'm
Grace
like,
was
not miss a win.
Grace was like, yeah, you're taking my bike. I don't want Grace didn't want to be there to begin with.
Only for the boating and the fun after.
Yes. Yeah.
So after the race, we got the bike back to the house, and I looked at the tire, and what happened was when you push the valve in, it must have pinched the stem around where it seamed together, and there was a hole right there. So
yeah,
there was no fixing that. You can't even fix that with a boot, or you need a new tube, and we didn't have time to do any of that. So
nope.
Yeah, April got on Grace's bike, which is one size too small.
Yes.
And if we had a little bit more time, as soon as I got in the water, when I knew Grace was going to sacrifice her bike, we should have just taken her front tire off and put it on your bike, and then you could have been on your bike.
Ah, yes.
You just might have had a little
smart.
bit of you would have had a little wonky front brake because of it wouldn't have been dialed in. But so anyway, Grace sacrificed the bike. I get in, go do the race. I had a pretty decent swim. I think my time was not accurate because I didn't go through the timing chip part. I had to go back, and that was a disaster. I cut short and didn't cross the mat, and I went behind this tree to go right to my bike, and I already had like my wetsuit down around my knees, and this one guy, he's like, you got to cross the mat. So I waddled back across and had to go through back and cross the mat. I get back, get to the bike, I start getting ready, and here comes April. And
No. Chad was still on the dock, and I caught him on the dock. You were on the dock when I was coming up the stairs.
That's because when I went back around, though.
Oh, okay.
Because I'd already been at my bike and I didn't cross that mat. I'm not letting you get away with that. So then you caught me, and I'm like, dude, you're the first woman out of the water. You need to go. And she's like, I'm going as fast as I can. And Grace is there going, yes, I don't have to ride the bike.
Yes.
Hurry up, April.
Not in the water. I had a little difficulty on the swim, but yeah, I had no idea. I was like, will my bike be there? Will my bike not be there?
It'll be a surprise.
That was not that it wasn't there because I knew again.
Wait, tell everybody what happened on your swim.
Well, I started off doing fine, and I went around the buoy. There was only one buoy to turn around, and I cut it too close and swam into oncoming traffic. So I had a head-on collision with people. I think that's why I had a bruise here by the end of the day. And then because I had swam into like the people coming towards the buoy, I swung way out the other way. So I think I swam like an extra 400 yards. So almost the distance we were supposed to swim. So my swim was not good, but it didn't matter because then I was waiting to run.
Yeah, she had time anyway.
That wasn't fun, I must say. That was a little like, oh, now I'm wet and I'm just standing here and I can't do
anything. So sorry.
That was kind of gross, but it was okay. I jogged a little. I walked around. I went to the bathroom a couple times. So it was fine. I had a weird, creepy guy get too close. That was odd. So it was interesting. Yeah. Okay. So you got out first. You caught Chad.
Yes. And then we got on our bikes, and I immediately almost fell over because Grace's bike is a size too small. And so it's like I didn't think it would be that big of a difference in bike handling in the sizes, but because it was smaller, as soon as you like moved the handlebars, it very quickly like turns or makes a movement. So like the whole race, I was taking those turns real wide. Even getting on it to like start pedaling is a different, like I almost just ate it right there.
Oh, you killed it.
So,
What was your average, your miles per hour?
20.9.
yeah,
Awesome.
21. So we got, I probably, you got out about a mile ahead of me, and I caught you at about a mile, maybe two. It was just a short, only 12 and a half mile bike. So I passed. I'm like, come on, let's go. And then I realized she's on the wrong bike. So I backed off, let April catch on. And even though it's probably not draft legal, we drafted the entire race.
Yeah.
So I pulled her along, and we got probably almost to the halfway point. We passed this one dude he was just doing the bike, and he was a good biker.
Yeah.
He was moving along, and we passed him, and I felt him latch onto the group. So he was drafting behind April, and we got to the turnaround. He comes back and he gets in front, and he does a pull, and he's like, keep going, you guys. I'm like, I'm trying to get her to the first place. And we got through. I looked at my computer, and I think we were humming along pretty good there until you get some little bit of hills at the end of it. So the average went down because it was so short. But we were going 22 to 25 for a good part of that race.
Yeah.
And
yeah. And it wasn't
April's,
there wasn't a lot of wind, but it was like even just having someone close to you, like and like moving faster is motivating.
Yes.
And they do it in the Tour de France. Why can't we do it? I don't know why we can't do it in triathlons.
there is a good reason why you can't do it in triathlons.
I know.
because
Safety.
But you're in aero and you don't have brakes up here. Your brakes are down here. So if you're drafting, you're too close, you got to get on the brakes. It would be a disaster.
Yeah, but it's fun.
So it is fun. It is fun. So drafting is definitely fun. You'll get to draft next weekend on the gravel race.
Yeah, I'm really nervous about those groups in the gravel race. I'm not going to lie. I will for sure. Well, I'll be on Brett's bike, but I'll be on a bike my size, so it'll be much better.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about the gravel race when we're done here. So there was an accidental shower that April got on the
yeah.
on the race.
How could I have forgotten about that? Yeah. So every time we took a corner, I had to take it wide because I was so afraid to wipe out. So I'm taking it wide, and I see Chad has a persistent runny nose all the time. As soon as we look at the outdoors, he's like faucet dripping. And so I take this one turn wide, and so I'm a little bit, I've like, lost him just a little bit, and I'm trying to catch up again. And I see him turn his head. And usually when he does snot rockets, they don't usually hit me, but maybe because it was like a faucet, I don't know, but it was like a total shower. Like I had just gone through a rain cloud, and I was like, at least it's not a sticky one. And at least I had this big visor. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I misjudged. I thought you were a little further behind probably than you were.
Yeah.
But
we
then
hit the one pocket of wind or something.
Then there was a God sent a sprinkler from a big farmer that we had to run through, so it rinsed you off a little bit.
Yeah, and then it was fine. So yeah, so Grace and Chad both helped me win on that bike for sure.
Yeah, I was the domestique. I was April's domestique.
Yes.
So we got in. I hit it towards like the last mile. I got in to transition, and I just took my time because that's my weakness right now is the run because of my knee surgery. And I wasn't really supposed to run, but Doc said I could try it and see how it feels, and it actually felt okay. I had a pretty decent average run pace, and only a 5K. So we got to the 1.5 mile turnaround, and April and Grace were coming the other way. And I'm like, April, you're still the first lady, go. And there was one lady that I knew, I was pretty sure she was a relay, and she was only doing the run. So that doesn't count. And I'm like, there's one you got to beat. And she's like, I'm going. And you ended up beating that one. You were literally the first lady.
Yeah, I did. And it was so much fun because there was like groups of people cheering you on. And there was a group, it was like a mom and some little girls. And they were all like, you're the first girl. You're the first girl. When it was probably at like the first half mile or something they were sitting at. So that was really fun. But yeah, it was the bike that saved me. Like if you look at the times, like I was ahead of them on the swim. The bike, I really made up time. And then actually the second place female beat my 5K time, but I had made up so much time in the first two. So sometimes the swim, it is good to race your swim, Chad, only in sprints though.
Sometimes it's good to have a domestique too.
Oh, heck yeah. And a working bicycle. Yes. So that was fun, but that run was hard. It was hilly.
It is hilly. And the side note, sad news, I texted in the group chat. There's a little bar called Zimmy's that we passed, and it's right where we turn to go into that like little neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
On that corner, that was the bar. Sunday, it burned to the ground. I saw videos of it. It's awful. And the lady Jenna, that the race director, I was texting her because of another disaster. I thought I lost my bike computer, so I was asking if anybody had turned it in, and I told her, our condolences about the Zimmies. I guess it's like everybody in Baldwin Lake. That's where they go to hang out. It's like their place. And she's like, yeah, it's really sad. She gave me some of the history, but super nice people, really well run event. And so we got into the off of my side note, we got into the end. April, first place woman. And so that was awesome. Grace was the second place woman for a while until they figured out that she didn't do the bike.
Yeah. You'd be like, excuse me.
Grace came.
It's one of your top 5K times per Strava. That's what Strava says. Did you see that?
I didn't, but yes, since I've had yes. I was happy with, it was fine. It was hilly.
Yes.
I did want to quit running on the hills, but I didn't walk any hills. I'm like, just run them, Grace. So
good job.
I was happy.
I feel like you should get extra points. Like they know the grade of the hills. I feel like Strava should give you like, maybe I don't know where to find them, but they should give you like hill points. Like that should be like, you should get like chevrons for that, like awards.
I think they do.
Okay. Well, I got to figure it out.
Chad, how did you survive the run with your knee?
So I think I did okay. I think I was at like a 9:45 pace or 9:50 pace average, which is kind of where I'd hoped it would be. It was sore, but it didn't hurt. I knew I didn't like re-injure it. Probably did run a little bit too early, that distance anyway. But all in all, it felt okay. And I wasn't going to win. I made a new friend there. His name is Gavin. He won it the past couple of years. You can just see he's a beast. He's super fast on the bike. He's super fast on the swim. He's first out of the water, first out of the bike. But some young guy, the guy that won it beat him this year. And I was talking with him. He's joined our club since then. He's now part of our club. And made a connection. He lives in that South Bend Union area. And I'm going to try and hook up and do some gravel riding up there in Michigan this fall with him. But very nice event. I felt okay. The soreness came from afterwards. We'll talk about that shortly.
But two more disasters. One, Chad thought he lost his bike computer. And then as soon as he said that, I was like, I actually don't remember the last time I saw mine. Mine was still connected to my bike and traveled all the way home on my bike on the back of the car and made it home. Was still my bike when it was in the house. But where was yours, Chad, when you thought you lost it?
Well, I thought I lost it, and I thought it fell out of my bag in transition. And I got home and I went for a gravel ride on Sunday back in Chicago or in Manhattan. And I couldn't find my bike computer. It was in none of my bags, nowhere. So what do? I freak out because now I got to go. I'm coming to this camp. I need a bike computer to ride the Ironman Madison course. At least I need the bike computer. I need to see my metrics. I need to know my power and all that. So I ordered a new bike computer and it showed up yesterday. But on Tuesday, I went for a group ride with the guys on Tuesday night. And go to put my shoes on, and guess where my bike computer was? In my road bike shoes, not my gravel bike shoes. So that's how I missed that. So it was a relief. I can send the computers back, but that moment of panic. And I should know how to ride without. I rode an Ironman race without a bike computer because of something stupid too.
Yeah, same. Just because I didn't have one. And then I didn't even mess with Grace's. When I got on her bike, I was like, we're just gonna keep pedaling in ahead of everybody. I don't know.
I still can't find my light. My, what is it called? The
Varia?
I know it's here somewhere. Can't find it anywhere.
I thought we blamed Brett for that.
I
Yeah.
do. People in Brett for everything.
Okay.
Wait, there was one more disaster I think just one more disaster for the race weekend. We were supposed to have one more competitor, and what happened, Grace?
Yeah.
Wait, I muted myself. So my daughter was supposed to compete, and she wanted to race April. She's like, I'm going to beat April, and I'm like, I don't think so. But 3 days before the race, she came home with a tattoo. And when you get a new tattoo, you're not supposed to get in lake water. So Alexis did not participate in the race. And then I let her get in the lake water later. So I didn't know about the whole Tagaderm patch really not letting anything in. So
yeah,
anyway, next year, she said next year she's going to do it.
Next year she can come.
She's peeking her head in at me.
Is she? I love when you have like crazy race stories, but that was a lot. Like there was a lot.
Yeah.
For a sprint triathlon.
Yeah.
The race took me an hour and 18 minutes, hour 12 minutes, something like that. You were an hour and 10 minutes, hour 8, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot of shit. And you need the same amount of stuff that you bring to an Ironman as you do for a sprint. Maybe not as much nutrition and fuel, but my God, you should see me coming up here for this race or this camp, this triathlon camp. I got more stuff that I bring to a race because who knows what I'm going to need. I got nutrition, I got bike tools, I got everything that could go wrong. I need to plan for
10 outfits. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know which one to wear. Got to make a good impression.
One. Yeah, the tri club one.
So, but it was fun. Congratulations, April. That was it. That was a stud effort for sure.
Yeah,
and this is. I mean, this is the essence of kind of triathlon. You have to adapt. Nothing is ever going to go as planned, and everything got thrown at us that weekend. And April, you more than us, but there's always somebody that's going to lend a hand, even on races where you don't know anybody. Somebody will help you fix your flat tire, and maybe not always, but. The moral to this whole story is plan for the worst, and if you're ready for that, you're going to have a good day no matter what. You did not think when you saw your flat tire, you're like, I'm done. There's no way I can win this race.
Yeah.
And then you want it on a bike that's a size too small, which is significant. That's not, I don't think I would have not ridden a bike. I would have probably hurt myself to get on a bike too small.
You know me, like I like everything's a good idea to me. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm doing this now, I guess. Yeah. But you said always be prepared. But I also think like even more importantly than that is like find yourself a really good team, because without the team, like I for sure would be lost. Like I forgot goggles at Rockford. Like, are you kidding me? You know, like we all have a ton of stuff and we all forget something, or we all need something, or we all need motivation that day, or, workout buddy or something. And the best part of being a part of a team is to have each other's back. So like that for sure was a team win. Like that was so much fun. And it was my first sprint triathlon, my first win as a triathlete ever. But it was I owed it to the team for sure.
With a really cool first place trophy. Do you have the charcuterie board? You got to show it.
I don't. It's upstairs. I'll post a picture of it for everybody. But it was like somebody local must look like it made. It's awesome. It says BLT on it for Baldwin Lake Triathlon. It says it has first place engraved on the bottom of it. So we for sure we worked really hard at the triathlon, and then we played really hard at the lake afterwards and ate charcuterie board treats too on my trophy.
It was a lot of fun, and it always happy to help, and just to see our teammates have fun and see it be successful that's enough for me. I remember we went on a group ride. I think it was in the spring, and it was kind of I was the route maker and leader, and Mary was with us. That we had a pretty good sized group. I don't remember exactly who was there, but I took us across some railroad tracks towards like the center point area where you have to pick your bike up and carry it. And then you walk through this little area and Mary got like mud caked into her SPD
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
her egg beater cleats.
Mm-hmm.
And we got like a mile away and I could see her foot was slipping. I'm like, dude, what's going on? She's like, I can't get clipped in. She said, I think I got mud in my cleat. I'm like, well, pull over. And everybody kept going. She pulled over. I grabbed a stick and I got her like a horse hoof. And, and I'm scooping the mud out of her cleat. She gets back on. It worked.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to call you a horse, Mary, if you listen to this.
We love you, Mary. I'm sorry for you.
Mary did awesome at the race too.
She did. Yeah.
Mary did awesome. And then we all went back to the lake, to my lake, and let the festivities then began.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And we had great weather. It was perfect weather.
I'm thinking of the tubing where we all almost died right now. But
Yeah.
those pictures were great. That was so much fun.
They're the funniest pictures I think I've seen of us. So we had asked, we had already surfed. We hung out with the kids a little bit and swam in the water and like hung out with the two boats together with the whole large group and swam together. And then so we're heading back. And there was five women. So it's like Bridget, Mary, Grace, me, and then Alexis, Grace's daughter. We're like, can we get the scenic tour on the tube? Like, we just want to go slow and look at all the houses on the lake. And they're like, yeah, that sounds great. As we start going, like Mary starts slipping off because we're going so fast. She's almost losing her grip. Her face looks petrified in the pictures.
She does.
I'm yelling at Alexis to like lean back and forth so we get off of this wave. Bridget's flinging around like she's on a rodeo with this drink.
Like,
yes.
Right in my face because I was next to her. Every bounce I got like whatever she was drinking in my face.
Yeah. We had our hats, our sunglasses on. We had drinks and we thought this was going to be a nice slow ride.
Right.
Best part, the part that you guys didn't know is I was obviously the boat driver. Adam was the co-captain, and Adam's like, faster, faster, faster.
I saw like my life flash before my eyes.
No mercy.
The tube was folding in. I'm like, oh my God. We're just going to land on top of me, and then everybody else is going to land on top of me. And I can't swim, and I'm going to die.
Well, April lost her hat. April lost her hat, and she's like, that's my favorite hat. We got to go back and get it. I'm like, all right, hang on. We turn around. April falls off the tube. Got to turn around, go back and get her the other way.
And then as we're like, and then as we're going to pull in, so Alexis and I are standing on the top of the tube because it's got an arch on it. Grace and Bridget are on the bottom. Mary has left us. She's like, I'm getting off of this too. She got back on the boat like 10 minutes ago. They whip us around a turn so fast that I'm holding on. I felt like I was in a cartoon when they just like whip you around a corner. And then I finally like couldn't hold on anymore. So I let go and I felt Alexis let go at the same time. And I feel her flip over my head as I'm like tumbling sideways too.
That's fine. She got the wind knocked out of her.
Yes. Yeah.
And April got right to her, make sure she was okay, which made me very happy.
Yes. I mean, it's funny now, but as soon as I popped out of the water, I saw her like gasping for air and I wasn't sure if she was panicking or if she was choking or something. Yeah. So I went up to her and like pulled open her life vest so she could like expand her lungs. Everybody's like, this lady's crazy. She was fine. Everything was fine.
Yeah, she was.
We just felt a little bruised the next day. Like we played hard. We worked real hard, but we played real hard that day.
I think the last time I was on a water thing with Alexis was a jet ski in Mexico where I decided I would cut across the boat's like wick. That's when I broke my toe and I almost killed her. So she's probably like, no more water sports with mom or her friends.
It was a little too aggressive.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I had a lot of fun.
Chad, what did you do?
Oh, we don't want to talk about that. I was going to talk about taking Joe and Brennan on the jet ski.
Oh,
Yes,
And I don't know if I think they had fun,
they did.
but we've got this jet ski that can go pretty fast. And I was doing, do you want to know how fast we were going?
They said 65.
Yeah, I hit like 65 and Joe's like, "Go faster." and and it can go faster, but I wasn't going to go faster. So I backed off and I did a couple like really hard turns, and that's kind of fun. You lose your stomach a little bit going around these turns and you dive and whatever. And they're like, "You got to dump us off." I'm like, "No, I can't dump you off, especially we're headed back towards the house where I knew you guys were like on the dock watching." And I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll dump them off. So I hit the turn and they went flying one way. I went flying the other way. And they came up and they were both laughing. They're like, that was awesome.
Yeah, they loved it. They loved the tubing too. They had fun.
That was, yeah, Sean was he was their tube captain. So,
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you for hosting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we taught Bridget how to drive the boat.
Yeah.
Even she knows how to drive a boat, but how to pull a surfer, because poor planning on the surf boat. I was the only one that knows how to surf, so I had to show everybody, here's how you do it, so that I could then teach them when they're in the water. But I'm also the driver, so I had to teach Bridget how to drive real quick. She was freaking out, but she did a great job.
Yes.
And she got me up, and I surfed I did like 2 or 3 times to show everybody how to get out of the water. And that's where it kind of went a little bit downhill with the knee. I probably shouldn't have surfed that quick after surgery. And Dr. Herbenek, please don't listen to this episode.
Because he may or may not have told you not to do that.
Yeah. I saw Val, and Val was like, that 100% is why your knee hurts. I'm like, no, it's probably a little bit because of the run. She's like, no, you can't surf. So, note to self, can't surf anymore. So I might have set myself back a little bit, the funny story, Val's like, you really are giving me insight into what my life is going to be like having boys growing up to men that still do stupid things. I said, well, that's pretty much sums it all up. So, but yeah, I don't think I did any damage. It's just still pretty sore, swollen. So I won't be running much this weekend at the camp. I'll be swimming and biking. I can bike. So, but it was fun. Glad you guys were all able to come. And
yeah, so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great
I did
first place win.
What'd you say?
Great first place win.
Yes.
Yeah. And
More to come.
I got to give a shout out to Linda for the spread. When we came in off of the boats, she doesn't go on the boat. The food was insane.
Yeah, we were spoiled for sure. The food was so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I was so full on.
Yeah. I thought I was going to puke. Yes.
So, and a shout out to Sean. Sean was a trooper with his girlfriend. He pulled tubers for 2 or 3 hours, which is, it's not fun. I'll be honest.
No, I bet not. I think him and Adam traded off though, or at least I hope they did. So
yeah, Adam said he drove a couple times.
Good. But it's like lake time goes by so fast. Like an hour on the boat feels like 5 minutes.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Especially when you're out there doing something. Like if you're on a tube or skiing or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably maybe not if you're.
Yeah. It's very stressful driving. Boat driving freaks me out. I'm never going to do that. I don't want to do that.
Boat driving's easy.
I'll just do the surfing. Maybe the tubing. We'll see.
Yeah, that hurt. The last one hurt. But it was so fun.
Yes.
I did on that last one. I had very expensive sunglasses on, which I don't care because I never wear sunglasses. But for some reason that day I did on a tube. Yeah, lost me on forever in the water.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, you have no idea how many pair. I only bring $20 pair of sunglasses out on the boat now.
Yeah.
It has claimed many Oakleys.
Yeah. But we really just were going for the house tour.
Scenic, right? That's why I had them on. Be nice.
Yeah.
Have a drink, wear my sunglasses. Oh, well.
All right.
That should be a wrap. I think it was I'm glad we got to get the race recap done. We wanted to get an on location episode done, but we didn't. We were having too much fun.
Yeah.
On the water, so we ran out of time. But yeah, we'll see everybody next time. We'll have lots to talk about. I'll give a recap of the camp and see how training's going for everybody. We should talk before we cut out about next weekend. A couple of us, maybe all three of us, Grace, are going to
There's
be
still
doing
time. There's still
the
time.
Little Apple gravel race. There's a 50K and a 100K option. April and I are both signed up for the 100K. You're the 40 plus masters. I'm the 50 plus masters.
Yes.
Then there's an open division, but it's going to be fun. I did talk to Dan, and Dan is not going to do he's doing the 50K, I think he said.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, we pre-rode the course last weekend, and it's a hard course. It's not hilly. There's some really challenging sections. I rode it last weekend, that one section where Grace fell. That gravel is so deep. It's very easy to fall.
I didn't wipe out.
No,
My
you
feet,
just tipped over.
and I didn't have the strength to push them through, like to push the pedals. So I just tipped over.
It was like quicksand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it's
like,
rough.
and over I went.
Yeah.
But I found a cheat code for that little stretch. Right? We rode the ditch.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Afterwards. It was tough.
Yeah.
I thought it was tough.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Easier than the quicksand, though.
It'll be a fun race, and it'll be a new experience for you, April, because you've never done a gravel race, and a bike race is different than a triathlon because drafting is 100% legal. And you get into these groups, and you want to get in the right group, and we'll work on some pre-race strategy for you.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun.
I feel like it's going to be like what's roller derby. It's going to be roller derby on a bike. That's what I feel like it's going to be.
That's
Minus the elbows and the pulling of the hair. You won't have any of that.
But I might
What
wear
you
elbow
do-
pads.
Yeah, it's
What
like
you-
unless you
What you will see, and everybody who's done any of these kind of gravel races, the first couple groups first couple turns when you get through, and I pointed them out to you guys, you will see 4 or 5 people wipe out ahead of you, and 4 or 5 people wipe out behind you because they overcook a turn, and they go from pavement to gravel, and their front tire washes out, and you'll hear a lot of swear words and a lot of bloody knees and bloody elbows, but you just got to be careful.
Yeah.
be careful.
There's still time for you to sign up, Grace.
No.
Yeah.
That,
We'll get you wrist guards.
My back was so bad after that ride.
Mm,
Our practice ride.
okay.
So we shouldn't have invited you to the practice ride. We shouldn't have invited you to the practice ride, and then we would have hoodwinked you into this.
Yeah. No.
So we'll be out at the Little Apple, and that's going to be a fun day, and that's coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll probably have a show before the Little Apple. Maybe we'll do a pre Little Apple episode.
Okay.
We'll get Grace to pre-ride it with us again.
One day.
But
Grace is nodding and smiling.
Sure you will.
So, all right,
right.
guys. Well, let's wrap.
Yeah.
It's been fun. April, congratulations. I
Yes.
know you're giving the team credit, but you still want it, and take the credit yourself. That was an awesome effort. And until next
Thanks,
time, be
everybody.
safe out there. Bye, guys.
Adios and have fun. So that's a wrap on today's episode of Manhattan Tri Club Leading from the Front. If you made it this far, amazing. You're officially one of us now, slightly unhinged, mildly obsessed, and probably thinking about your next workout. If you liked our episode, do us a favor, follow, subscribe, download, all the things. Send this to your training buddy who needs to hear this, or the one who definitely did everything we just said not to, kind of like Chad. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. And don't forget to follow along on Instagram and Facebook. All the things are at Manhattan Tri Club. You can find us there for workouts, chaos, and whatever we're getting ourselves into next. And hey, if you see us at a race, a group run, or just out on the roads, definitely come by and say hi. We're the ones having the most fun and probably talking about triathlon a little bit too much. So until next time, keep showing up, keep pushing forward, and as always, lead from the front.